Hey guys, how are you? This is Level Tippet Crack Glass Aquarium. I got my breeding pair of Oscars. They're mad at me right now. Here, let's give them some food. They're in a 55 gallon instead of their 300 gallon pond that sprung a leak. And they're here for a couple days until it until it dries up, and they're like, I'm telling somebody, you guys, they're being abused. I'm so ticked off. But I thought as long as I had them right here, we might as well do a care sheet about Oscars. Oscars, of course, is one of the rare cichlids that still has the scientific name I've known my whole life, Astronotus ocellatus. Beautiful, beautiful fish, but more than that, their personality. And they're known for having a great personality. This little Jack Dempsey's like, I'm going to get some of that food. Jack Dempsey's been kind of like nervous since I put him in here. But this is Astronotus ocellatus. They came to the hobby very early in the 1930s. They were introduced. And that's interesting because you got to realize they didn't have silicone at that time. They did not have the means of taking care of Oscars that they do today. It was a rich man's fish. In fact, Innes once in one of his books talks about leaks in the old steel aquariums. They were laid on putty, on plumber's putty, the panels of glass, and they often leaked, especially in large volume. And he said the way to cure a leak was to just put a bucket under it and let the water itself seal the aquarium. A lot of aquariums at that time were no more than 6 inches to 10 inches long. They were actually battery jars. Before plastic, they used batteries. The acid in a battery will eat up metal, so they actually had these jars. They're little tiny things, but they were used in a car. Well, aquarists would use them. And to be honest with you, the jar is about the size of one of these fish. Oscars get to be about a foot in most average aquariums. I have seen them much larger than that. These guys here are about a foot to 13 inches. They're very happy. You will also notice that these guys do not have hole-in-the-head disease. They are very susceptible to hole-in-the-head disease. Why is it that my fish do not have it? Because I have never fed them feeder fish. That's a mistake people make. Feeder fish will introduce parasites. Parasites will make themselves known in hole-in-the-head disease. And almost all Oscars that's fed goldfish, feeder goldfish, have hole-in-the-head disease. To breed Oscars, it is a very trying process. You start out with your pairs, your fish, 6 of them, just like you do any cichlid. Takes them about a year to start kissing, and then it takes them about another year and a half to lay. Once they lay, it's a series of spawns until they figure out what to do. And nutrition is extremely important in breeding Oscars. They have to have high protein. Where I get it is night crawlers. They also have to have amino acids. I get that through crawfish. I feed them crawfish in spawning season. If you do that, you will get a spawn that actually hatches and you can raise it. If you do everything right and you have patience, you will get about 2,000 babies every spawn. They will spawn regularly, and they're very, very easy to spawn at that point from then on. It's interesting that their eggs are not the color of most cichlids. When they lay their eggs, they already look fungus. They're white. And you have to have faith and go against all your pre-experience. They are not fungused. They're good. And they hatch out within normal time, 10 to 12, 13 days. You're going to have fry. but you're going to feed brine shrimp like you never have fed brine shrimp before in your life. And if you don't, the fry are cannibalistic. They will start eating on each other. So you will pump horrendous amounts of brine shrimp into these guys, and anything else you can think of to stuff the gut. And finally, you get some fish out of it. Oscars are extremely smart. They can be anything you want them to be. For the kids in the dorm room with the beer that want to see them eat a fish, they'll be as aggressive acting as you want. For my wife, the little old lady, she can come in here and pet these guys, and they're like big babies to her. They know what to do to get food, and they're extremely smart. Whatever it takes to get fed, they'll do it. Oscars are one of the coolest cichlids in my opinion, and I know everybody's got an opinion about that, but they're super cool and super smart, and these guys are super mad, and I think I'm going to let them have a break here in a second. I just wanted to show them to you. I never get to have a close-up like this, and like I said, they're pretty mad at me right now, but the big babies, they'll live, and we'll have them right back in their pond. Their pond is about 300 gallons. They need a big aquarium or a big pond if you're going to keep them happy and healthy. A 55 gallon is just so small for one of these, but I'm not telling anybody what to do. Hey, you guys. Oh, you're so pretty, you guys. My friends, I hope you all have a great day. This is Level Tippet Cracked Glass, and you enjoy your day. Bye-bye.